This is my 2007 BMW 335 Coupe, and as you are watching this video, you must have a similar problem where the windshield piece right here, this rubber piece, the sealer, has dry rotted, and I've actually picked some of it off right there. The way I noticed it is it sounded like something was underneath the car, vibrating and loose, and it actually was a piece that was just flapping in the wind. So got online and I looked at some videos on YouTube, and all the people were replacing was this part to the other side, so just this top part and not the sides. But they had sedans, and so it wasn't clear to me that that part would actually work on my car, and especially when I looked up the part online and saw that it only seemed to come in the variety that replaced the side part and then this top part, and of course that side part over there. So never done this before, but I'm going to give it a shot and remove the entire piece and hope that the new piece fits. This is my video of it. Alright, since I don't have a tripod for this phone, I don't know how the video quality is going to be, but I'm just going to do this in steps and maybe it'll help somebody. What I'm doing now is just sort of dry fitting the part, make sure I got what looks to be the right part, and it does. On the back there's an adhesive strip on the side pieces and on the top. This one has, they both have grooves. This one has a groove on that part right there, and that'll slide down on the glass. You can see the metal right here where I've pulled off some of this rubber, and this is what I'm going to have to get off. I understand this is a really delicate process. You don't want to chip the glass right here, so using a screwdriver blade would be sort of risky. If you had a plastic, oh god, what do you call these things? Here are the tools I brought up to use. If you had some of these, okay, I'm probably going to use this one right here if I can, just to sort of work it up. It's much wider than a screwdriver blade, so any force I put on it should be dispersed pretty evenly as long as I hit it across the edge at the same time, the full edge from side to side. And I've got a smaller one here as well. But if you have these in plastic, which I do somewhere and I can't find it, then that should do the trick. I didn't know if I was going to need a blade, and then I've got this as well, which is basically has a blade on it. So what I've got to do now is remove this part all the way across, then clean it up, probably bring out a vacuum cleaner to clean it up, and then fit this back in and see how it goes. Alright, since I don't have my plastic tool, I'm just going to not get on the paint with this. I don't want to scratch the paint even though it'll still be underneath. I don't know, but I'm just going to kind of go under. Now it's warm right now, it's about 85 degrees here, and yeah, those wind chimes are going off, aren't they? Huh. Hopefully that won't mess anything up. Anyway, I'm just going to go along and see about working this off initially. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know. I can't see anything in the sun. This is reaching the point of no return, no turning back. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but knock on wood, could be wrong. You know what, I am actually up on the paint, but I'm not coming down on it with the corner. The way it's curved a little bit is keeping the corner off. Okay, take this piece and throw it out. It would be nice if it was just this top piece I had to replace. The sides are okay actually, they just have a little cracking, but nothing noticeable. So, I guess it's part of the price of having the coupe. But I do like the coupe. Comes off really easy when it's that dry rotted. So here's the groove. Let me see if this focuses in on this at all. And it's kind of got little pieces in it and stuff. I need to clean it up some more. And once I get the metal, which is right here, pushed up, and it looks like it's moving pretty easy, so that's encouraging. Then I'll be able to dry fit the new piece. And let me see what's under here. I'm wondering if I could take this off in sections instead of the whole thing, like I've got to put it on. You can see down here, if you pull back this little piece right here, you can see where it sort of, that piece ends right here. Okay, runs up there, just like that. Okay, video cut out a little bit ago. I don't know what I lost. Run out of storage on this phone. Yeah, it's always fun. Basically, this is the corner right here. This has a metal strip, and there's a metal strip that goes right down through there. This corner right here is rubber, so I've kind of worked on it with my putty knife and pulled this out. You can see that. What I'm going to do is take my razor and just trim that right there so that I can pull these out separately. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I've had to move my car in the garage. I'm in Georgia and we got this weather right now that rolls in quickly, so hopefully the lighting is still good enough. So I've been using, this to kind of push on this, hoping it will loosen it up. It doesn't look like it will, which is where, let's see if I can focus on that, where I think people chip the glass. I'm going to end up having to use this little screwdriver since I don't have any plastic screwdrivers, and get up under this corner right here and sort of pry it back. You can do it very gingerly, and as a lever I'm not going to put this side over here, right here, against the glass. I'm just going to get the blade in there, work it in there real lightly, and then just push this way and try to get it to come out. Okay, as you can see, I had success. This lower edge right here is a little longer, and by working on it and sort of twisting as I go like this, let's see if I can show you better. The blade, I got it in right here, and I sort of twisted this way as I was pulling. It took a little work, slipped a couple times, but I don't think I did any damage to the car or myself. Now I'm just going to kind of, using that same motion, pull up, or pull sort of out in this direction, in the slant direction, not back, not up, but that way. Okay? So far, so good. I'm going to turn this off for a second and finish, if you get the idea here. Okay, so that came out, the top part did, and then this little piece of rubber that's left right here, no metal right here, it's just rubber. I pulled on it in the same motion, and this side is coming up easier. I haven't had to use a tool. Okay, so here's the finished product. I lost one of my clips showing where I basically installed this new piece and pulled the backing off the plastic. This has actually been about 3 months since I actually installed this, and it seems to be holding up really well. Essentially what I did was, with this, is I started in a corner here, and then I did the top first, and same thing over there. And to get it on, I actually had to kind of hit it with my fist and work it down in there once the groove was on there, so I didn't mess up the glass. I didn't really want to use a lot of tools, but it did take some force to actually get this in place once the metal piece was down on the glass. Once I got the top done, I worked down from the corners down this side, okay, and tucked it up underneath this piece right here, if you guys can see that. Alright, but basically once I got it here, I did a little trick with that blue plastic blade I had. I removed the blade, and it was shaped like a kind of like a triangle, like a wedge, and that helped me actually get this on the glass. So I put that down into this groove and worked my way up this seam and back down the seam all the way. And once I had that really seated well on the glass on both sides, of course I removed the I think it started here, the backing, and then drove this home, and I used the blue wedge again to press this adhesive really well up against the paint. Prior to doing all that, to clean this up, I used first of all some soap and water, wiped all that down, got all the water out, went over it with water again to make sure I didn't have any soap residue. Then I hit it with a little bit of mineral spirits and really wiped that down so I didn't have any residue left on that. And then actually I finished it off with, probably went overboard, some Windex just to get that residue off. I wanted it to be super clean and just come in contact with paint only. And really wiped it down with some good clean rags. I don't think you have to do everything I did, but you figure it out. Anyway, it's been about 3 months, like I said, and this is holding up real well. I haven't had any leaks or anything like that. And if you got a coupe, like I said at the beginning of the video, looks like you're going to need the whole piece that you saw in the video, not just the top part. So, hope this helps somebody, and good luck. Bye.